So then we are back with more understandings from the time of the Second Tabernacle services, where we find in the Aramaic English translation of the word. This translation comes from the original manuscripts of the prophets of the Israelic lineage, so then we can understand the time of the end. And as per Yirmiyahu the prophet, then we understand the time of the restoration, and then from Mitchiyahu the Levite, then we understand the time of reduction. So then, these end of times, as we understand as time of restoration, or then returning of the holy cities of the Messiah, as he said, go therefore around the world and form holy cities. So then we understand of the great trade coming regarding then the system. So what's coming then obviously is then the first son of Ibrahim and the second son of Ibrahim, both of them related with its own task or their own objectives. Ishmael obviously the level of the world, and then Yitzhak the level of tabernacling. As we understand, there is this counterlies scripture where then, because of the lack of taxes, some of the nations had to come up together to find a way of mixing themselves with religion so they could get taxes. People were not paying taxes those days. So then we find the reason why this counterlies scripture came, mostly because of lack of taxes. There were also other situations that went on. However, the most, as we can understand, were then lack of taxes. So then these days where we find then the returning of the Holy Tabernacle, then it is very imperative for us to understand from this counterlies scripture there are no prophets. Those people that say themselves as pastors, teachers, evangelists, and some other line of teaching, those people are liars. They don't understand the tabernacling. There are only areas where then you can understand set apart. Those are from the lineage of the covenant. Those are then in the holy cities doing their objectives. The rest of them, those who are then pointed as galaying or testifying on behalf of the Messiah, those people, they are Gentiles, but they do not function. They simply merely galah, or they do galaying amongst the people. They don't pray with people, they don't function amongst the people, they simply reveal. And any further developments of what's coming in the future must be consulted then with the set-apart prophet found in the holy cities. So outside of the holy cities, there are no prophets. Prophets of the Israelic lineage are not yet active. The first holy city, as per then the instructions of the prophet, is then in northern Sudan, land of Cush. That's where the first holy tabernacle of the time of restoration period of the second tabernacle service is going to be at. So in the world there is no prophet, no teacher, no evangelist, no pastor, teachers, apostles. Those are liars. So let's try to understand what the Messiah has said regarding the time of restoration. It's very simple. Galah 1:8. And the freighters of the earth, the freighters are going to be in charge. The Messiah is far ahead on the game than anybody can ever imagine. We are listening to these scoundrelized people speaking what they don't understand. They don't speak of tabernacling. They don't understand what it is. But then the world in the movement of trade, it goes on. It's going to catch up with us real fast. So then let's understand what the Messiah has said regarding trade, because the world is changing. So either we line up ourselves with the world's as per the understanding what's coming as far as the Ishmaelites are concerned. They are going to be making decisions amongst the nations, but they are going to understand then the future via then the set-apart prophets, real prophets, from the set-apart Israelic lineage. then you understand the relationship of the first and second sons. Makes it very neat. It's a very important plan. So then, please stay tuned. Much more coming up.